What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Lex P.
And it's your girl, Dre and Nicole.
And you are tuned in to another episode of Poor Minds.
Where a drunk mind speaks sober thought.
We got a guest today. We got a guest today. And y'all, the ladies, y'all gonna thank me for this one.
Right.
They've been waiting on this because they have been requesting you.
They have.
The girls been waiting to see you. So we got Rotimi in the building.
Yay.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you so
me.
much.
And we've been talking about this for a while.
We
so-
have.
Yes.
I'm glad we finally making it happen.
Absolutely. Yes.
So how are you?
I'm blessed. I'm happy. I'm healthy. This year has been a breakthrough year mentally for me. So I feel like a lot of growth is happening.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm just getting more in touch with myself, my family, my music, everything. So I'm good. But how are you? Like, how are you? How
You
are
know,
you?
thank you for
Great.
asking.
Thank you for asking. I feel like nobody ever
Nobody
really
ever
asked
asked what we doing. Thank you.
good. Today is a good day. I feel the same way. I feel blessed. I feel, so grateful. God has brought us so far with this show. I know the people who've been watching for a long time know how far we came. So I'm just grateful to be in the space that I'm in. We have an amazing team here.
Amazing.
I'm glad we finally got you.
Yes, I feel
Yes.
good. How you feeling?
I feel good. This is like a full circle moment for me a lot of times because the guests that we've had this year it's been beyond amazing.
Super dope.
So for me, it's like being somebody like I'm a fan of your music, I'm a fan of your work, and being like, okay, now like you on my couch, like we
Yeah.
kicking it. So
Right.
these moments like they mean a lot to me because I'm like,
Amen.
okay, I'm on the right path. I'm talking to the right people. I'm in the right
Amen.
circles. So
Amen.
it's good.
I love that. I love that. I love that. I love
Because,
that.
baby, I used to love you on Power.
Hey.
Yes, and we definitely gonna get into
Oh,
got
yeah.
to get into
Whatever y'all
it,
wanna
of
know.
course.
We gotta get into the power team, but I want to
Whatever.
start from the beginning first.
Okay.
So
Okay, talk to
talk
me.
about like how you got into acting, into music. Like, is this something that you just always knew, or
Yeah.
was it just kind of like, you know what, I stumbled across this and I'm good at it?
Okay. So I'll start with music because music happened first.
Yeah.
So I'm first generation Nigerian, 100% Nigerian, right? So my mom is a prayer warrior.
Okay.
So when my mom had me, when she was pregnant with me, she said she had a dream that Bob Marley came to her and said that your son is going to finish my legacy.
Oh wow.
So anybody knows African culture, they don't really rock with creatives. Like, Rotimi, you have to be a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer,
Right.
a pediatrician. You know what I'm saying? So like, you gotta like, I only have 5 options as a
Right,
Nigerian, you know?
Right.
But my mom had the dream, and when the dream happened, it was like, oh, my son is either gonna be a lawyer or a musician. So when I was 3 years old, my mom heard me singing in the shower. And then literally from there, she was like, oh, we have to nurture this gift.
That's wild.
So then she became my first manager. And then I was performing at the high schools everywhere. And then it became like, I got discovered at the Apollo Theater.
Okay.
So when I was 14 years old, I did the Apollo Theater 3 times and I won the first 2. So my mom was like, oh, my son really, really does this.
Yeah.
And then my sophomore year, Jay-Z, his nephews moved into our town. So when Jay-Z's nephews moved into our town, they were musicians. So they were like, yo, bro, like you the singer around town, like you want to make a group. So I made a group with Hov's nephews. So at that point in time, but they were like, yo, there's so much pressure on us because of our uncle
Yeah.
that if we really do this, we got to go crazy. My uncle wants us to come to his condo in New York every 2 weeks and perform in front of him. So we're 16 years old, taking a bus or train to the city to perform the music that we're writing for Jay-Z.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? So when I'm getting that critique, I'm learning from him. He's like, I don't like that record. I love that. Keep doing that. Your voice is powerful. He's breaking us down for like the first year of my junior year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it was like, oh wow, you really built to do this. bro.
Yeah.
So that gave me the confidence at that time. And then I went to college. And went to college for voice performance. So I went to Northwestern.
Wow. I never knew this.
Yeah, I'm gonna take you through. You want to
Yeah,
know?
because
eh?
you have like a whole background
it's,
in it.
It's a
And
long.
he's trained.
Oh,
Yeah.
Plastic glitch.
Yes. So I get to college and voice performance was my major. It gave me money to go there. And I got there and it was like, okay, this really ain't for me to learn music theory and all that. I just want to make music. So at that point, now I'm like, nah, let me drop that. I go to communications major, and I realize that, yo, like, who else around here wants to make music? Because during that time, Northwestern's a white school.
Yeah.
Right.
So I literally had to learn rock and roll, country music, how to perform with a live band. So all of that taught me how to be an artist
Right.
from 17, 18, 19 years old. Then the grind. I'm in the middle of Chicago selling mixtapes on the corner of the college campus. You know, so it was like, yo, how bad do you really want this? And so graduate college, I'm a poor artist. And this is where acting comes in. So music. And then when I turned 21, I graduated college and I was living in the Hyde Park in Chicago. And my manager at the time was like, yo, bro, you're very natural in front of a camera. You don't really, we never act before, but why don't you literally, do commercials or something? I was like, all right, cool. But I have no resume or acting. He's like, yeah, just go to the city, and just pitch your resume. We'll make something up.
Right.
No one took me because I had no resume, except a small boutique agency called Great Talent, only because her son was a freshman at Northwestern.
Wow. That's crazy.
So she took me in as let me take
Okay,
care of alma mater.
Yeah.
Mind you, I didn't know anything about acting. So she was like, all right, well, it's Monday. I have an audition for you Wednesday, but the role is already cast. Don't think you're gonna get the role. Don't think you're gonna get this job only because I have a relationship with the casting director.
Right.
Just so you can get your feet wet. But the role is taken. Don't worry about it. I said, all right, cool. So she gave me a script to learn. I go in, and it's for a TV show called Boss. So I go in, and the director's there, the casting director's there, and she's literally like, hey guys, this is the kid I was telling you guys about. Just watch, see if you anything, just help him out. He's his first, So then I do the scene, and they're like, oh, try it this way. I do it again. Try this. So I didn't realize I had played it 7 different ways. So the director's like, wait, so you went to Northwestern? I'm like, and he's like, Northwestern is one of the top schools in theater in the country. I didn't go for that.
Right.
So he's like, so you study with Don Mora and I'm like, no, this is my
You like, oh,
this is my first day.
yeah.
And he was like, wow, bro, wow. So 2 days later, they called me and say I got the job.
So you took somebody's job.
Yes.
Not you out here stealing people's jobs.
Oh,
I
yes.
know that's right.
Listen, the butterscotch effect is a real thing. It don't matter what age, baby. It's going to happen.
You was gonna slide your way in there.
Oh, yeah.
Man, look, the bills gotta get paid.
Oh, yeah.
That's like that's just a testament to because I truly believe that too. Like I think you can go to acting school, like you can learn the art of it, but sometimes it's just in you.
It's just natural.
Yes.
It's just natural. Like it's a natural talent. And I think, I hate to say this, but y'all know, like I'm a big fan. I love like Black cinema. I'm gonna watch everything, all the Tubi movies, all everything. But I feel like a lot of times with Black cinema, it's like they feel like the acting is not, maybe up to par.
Yeah.
But when I tell you, you couldn't tell me nothing about Power. I used to be tuned in because everybody was like, it was like, y'all is working for that. Rent is due, baby.
Yes.
But see, I always feel like Black accent be up to par, even in like some of the Tubi movies and stuff, because I feel like us as Black people, we all got an auntie like that, or we all got a cousin like that.
Absolutely.
Like they be acting like people that we know. Like they be up to par to me. It's not up to par to the white people because they don't know the type of people.
But you know what I realized how important the editing is.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like somebody could be really good, but if the editing is bad, it'll look like, man, look at this cheap ass.
Camera shaking.
Camera shaking. You're like, I don't even take whatever they're gonna do seriously.
Right.
Yeah,
So that's why I give a little leeway.
Yeah.
Because like the acting could be, or vice versa. The editing could be incredible, but people failing as actors.
It's crazy that you said that because I was watching a movie yesterday.
Yeah.
Of course, I'll tell y'all what it is afterward. But I was watching it and I'm like, one guy was really sticking out to me. And I was like, man, he is killing it. He is so goofy. He's silly. He's funny. But like, I felt like everybody else wasn't matching his energy. High production movie, like very. And I was like, what's helping them is like you said, they got expensive cameras.
Yes, the quality.
The quality of like what I'm watching. So you're not going to notice that. Everybody not meeting him where they should be meeting him at.
Right.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
And for me, like, I learned that, like, okay, so I start like with Power, right? everybody came in as the underdog. Everybody turned into stars.
Yeah.
We all was like no name. Amari has been in movies, but he was always like, I seen that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Nobody was lit. Nobody was lit.
Right.
And the first thing he taught me, mind you, the first thing he taught me, he was like, Ro, this is a team. Like, we gonna push. Listen, I love you, but I'm trying to kill you in every scene. And with that mindset, I was like, oh, and if you competitive, if you a dog, you're gonna understand like, oh, it's not for play. Like, so you gotta bring it every time. So that's why every scene was just like, nobody was slacking.
Yeah.
You know, because it was like, we're pushing each other every day. Like, I came in like, okay, Joe, who played Tommy, I'm better than him today. I'm better than Ghost today. I'm better than, so that's the mindset we all had. And that's what made us so dope.
And that's what I have a question too, is like, because how do you get in that? Because you don't have any background in acting, like you said.
Yeah.
And I see sometimes that people actually overact.
Right.
So going into those positions of, you know, I got to be better than him today, or we got to compete today, how do you make sure you're not doing too much?
That's a great question. For me, it was, okay, so to the first part of the question, to play Dre, for example, I grew up around a lot of Dre's. So I pulled from, oh, I know how this would go, I do it. But what I did watch was a lot of how a lot of the most amazing actors, they would do things with their eyes. And eyes is what tells the story. So for me, my first season of Power, Dre didn't have that many lines, but I did a lot of things with my eyes. Like, what is he? So I'll do this, and they'd be like, oh my, the audience would be like, what did he? Oh, he's up to something.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And I learned that from watching Johnny Depp, watching De Niro, watching Edward Norton, watching Denzel. And that was my acting class. So I was watching how they move and what would they do. And that's what made them start writing more and more for me, because of he's giving us more than we even have on paper for him. You know? So it was more of eye contact, more. And they're like, oh, he didn't like that. Oh my God, Dre's about to do this to Ghost. Oh my.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was just little tricks, and you learn how to survive.
Well, you really killed that role, because it was definitely one of those situations where it's like, I had to separate you from Dre. Like, okay, wait, Rotimi is not Dre. He's too good at the role.
Yeah. Nah, it was fun, man. Like, it was one of those things where you knew you were creating legendary moments as you were creating it.
So did they start writing more parts for Dre when people started connecting to your character?
Yes.
So you weren't even really supposed to be as big part of the story.
Oh,
like
no. Dre was supposed to die season 3.
Are you serious?
Oh, wow.
What? Yo, 50 told at the time, he was like, yo, this little nigga is so nice. The fact is, he's supposed to be thrown in a garbage can by season 3. It was just that they were like, whoa, there's life here.
Yeah.
We can fix it. Okay, he appeals to girls, niggas rock with him, da-da-da-da-da. Oh, he's really acting. So it became like, we gotta switch this up. Like, and again, I tell this to any actor, man, like, no role or no nothing is too small.
Right.
If it's 2 lines, you don't know who's watching. You don't know how you delivered it. You don't know if it's 2 lines that could be used for something else that somebody else want to use. Never take advantage of anything you do, podcasting, music, whatever. Take advantage of every emotion. Bring excellence every time, because I'm a living example of saying, nah, I'm not just going to just do a head nod. I'm going to give you a head nod and give you a and then.
You was studying that head nod.
What?
I was in
the mirror like.
You was fighting for your life.
I was in the mirror like.
But that's one thing I really like about the Power universe too.
I was in there going crazy. Yeah. I was like, I'm doing 6 different head nods.
Oh, what kind of head nods y'all want?
Left? You want the left or the right? I can
Want a little squint?
The lips too? Like,
Oh my God,
what you want,
that
yo?
is hilarious. But go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying that's one thing I love actually about the Power universe though, because I feel like it's been so many characters that 50 Cent has talked about over the years. It was like supposed to be small roles, but the actors were so good. He was like, nah, we got to keep them.
Yeah. Again, you gotta go crazy.
And also, I feel like one thing I loved about the character with Dre, because we were getting so mad at his son. What was the son's Michael Rainey character?
Tyreek. Yeah.
And I remember like the last season, everybody like, Dre should have been Dre should have been his son. You should have been Ghost's son. Like that connection. So talk about the relationship that, because I know that happens a lot of time. We were just talking about this yesterday. When you're on set with people and you're working with them all day, like y'all develop like a family. Like so talk about like the relationships that you develop with everybody on set.
So at first I was a new guy. And I was the youngest. Besides Michael Rainey, he was a baby basically at that time. And so I was a young, new kid who didn't really have experience but had a lot of talent. So they made, and mind you, every other actor had been acting for 15, 20 years, Broadway, off-play. They earned everything. So I'm the new kid that like, this new guy, who this man? Like, let me see what he got. I mean, he got the look, but let's see for real what up. And I had to prove myself to everybody, you know? And so Amari at first was like, nah, Joe was really embracive, who played Tommy. Me and Terry knew each other for years before that, so we were cool. So it was all right. But then then you grow and it's a brotherhood and it's brother and sisterhood. So you have arguments. You don't agree. You tell them, yo, you acting crazy today. You feeling yourself. Relax. So you have real. I was with them for 6 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we actually had a real relationship. But shout out to Courtney Kemp, because the funny thing about what you said about the Dre thing, about he should have been Ghost's son.
Yeah.
There was a point in the story where Courtney, who created the show, and she was like, do you want to be Ghost 2.0 or do you want to be the villain? And she was like, we're about to kill off the Lobos character, so do you want to be the villain? And I said, there's only one Ghost. Being a Ghost 2.0, I'll be setting myself up.
Yeah.
But let me create my own lane. Let me be the villain. Let everybody come after this person so people will remember this character. So that was a cool limit. But it was brotherhood. You have it up and down, but like everything.
Because I always felt like, I know things go on in the blogs, and a lot of times I see this in every industry. I think we can see this with rappers, podcasters, anything, where things will get released in the blogs and people, like you said, start to feel themselves. And people start to believe that. They be like, oh, Rotimi is better than Michael Rainey, and then now he coming on the set and he mad at you. I'm just using an example.
No, it's an example, yeah.
So, so was there any of that was going on? Like things were being said in the blogs and it would kind of get to y'all?
Nah, I'll tell you one, but we for the most part, we knew what we were creating.
Right.
And we knew people were gonna have different opinions, right? But there was one that, again, this is 50. Mind you, so musically, I signed to 50 in 2017 during the show.
Okay.
So I had records out during that time. So I was trying to get out of my situation, and I had just put out my album at the time. And my album on the Apple charts was #1 for about a week and a half.
That was the one I was riding to in Dubai.
Yeah. So Love Rhythm, all of that. You know what I mean? So during that time, 50 was like, yo, bro, I was doing a photo shoot. 50 was like, yo, bro, I got an idea. I'm like, what, bro? He was like, I'm going to tell the world you owe me $300,000 and we're going to go like this. This is what we're going to do. It's going to make them, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to say you got the #1 album 25 times. So when I tell you that, they're going to be like, this nigga got the #1 album. They're going to go check it, go to iTunes, Apple. I said, you going to tell them I'm broke, nigga? No. This has to be a different way. He was like, no, just trust me. Hang up. Boom. Literally 3 minutes later, Shade Room. Rotimi owns 50 Cent, $300,000. He owns because he has a #1, and it was like, oh, this is mad science. Right?
Yeah. Oh my God.
So that one was just his brilliance. But like again, that made my records Love Rhythm and In My Bed and all those Love Rhythm at the time go crazy.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But
we need to do that with somebody.
I'm telling you, but
get on Shade Room and say we got the
telling
biggest
her
podcast.
the other day, it was a story that had came out a long time ago with this rapper, and he had went to like the Birkin store with this girl, and it was like all over the blogs, and somebody had asked her about it recently because this was like 3 or 4 years ago. She was like, I never met that man. He literally called me and was like, hey, can you pull up and do this?
Wow.
It's gonna be all. I just need to, for whatever reason.
Right.
She was like, I got a Birkin bag out of it. It was cool, and I never talked to him again.
And it was everywhere.
It was everywhere.
You can manipulate the internet, man.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, XP.
And it's your girl, Dre Nicole.
And we are here to talk to y'all about RocketMoney.com.
Yes, y'all know we love to save a good coin. And it's so many of us who have so many subscriptions that we subscribe to and we forget about it every time. They be getting us, y'all. And you be thinking it's a little bit of money. It be like $300+ a month.
Yes.
Meaning that you totally forgot about. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so that you can grow your savings.
Yes, and the best thing I like about Rocket Money is that you don't even have to worry about it. Just send them a picture of your bill and they'll take care of everything for you. They'll cancel subscriptions, get the price lower for you. Whatever you want them to do, they will handle it. I'm telling y'all, you will be surprised at how many subscriptions that you've signed up for that you forgot. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's features. You know how you sign up for something and after 30 days, they'll start charging you, but you forgot about it in a month. So what you're going to do is go to rocketmoney.com/poorminds. That's rocketmoney.com/poorminds. Start saving your money.
Period. And you ain't even got to talk to customer service. They're going to do it for you.
Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/poorminds. That's rocketmoney.com/poorminds. rocketmoney.com/poorminds. Yeah.
Like, for example, right? Like yesterday.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, yesterday, right? So let me tell you. So yesterday, I'm chilling. We at the spa, me and my girl at the spa. And she's like, yo, stand up and walk. The light is on you right now. And just walk. I'm going to put it in slow motion, do this vibe, everything. I'm like, I don't feel like it. Just do it, baby. I promise it's going to be crazy. I'm like, all right, cool. I get up, do it. I'm really not on social media. Like, my team runs my social media. I like to unplug. I don't really care for all that, right? So I'm like, all right, cool, man. So I do it, send it to my team. They put a caption. Yesterday morning, driving, we about to go play ball, chilling. My man comes in the car. He's like, yo, you know you're in the shade room, right? I'm like, what? He's like, yo, they going at you, nigga. I'm like, what? He's like, yo, they talking about you. You should be. Why are you walking in slow motion? But the fact that it was like, you can manipulate anything.
Right.
Like, what is it about me walking in slow motion that's so crazy? What is it about?
Right.
Like, if they only knew this is my girl who orchestrated the whole thing, like, why would, like...
Well, I'll tell you.
Is it sexy because of the way is my bow-leggedness the thing? like what
I'll tell you this, though. Your team was smart because the caption, it was satire off of a guy that had went viral a few months ago.
Okay.
He was walking through Target, and he was like, what would you do if you see me walking through Target? But he was serious. Okay. And we were dragging him for filth because it was like, nigga, nobody gives a fuck. So everybody started making these videos like, what would you do if you saw me X, Y, Z? Yeah. So it was like, when I first saw the video, I was laughing. Right. And then I went to the comments. I'm like, y'all completely missed the mark. Like, everybody completely missed the joke.
Where's your wife? Where's your...
Yeah, I was like, your team did a good job with the captions. One thing about it, it's like, if you're like unplugged and you're not on social media, you're not going to know.
Understand.
But I always say, all the platforms are totally different worlds. Yeah. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, those are 4 different worlds. Yeah. You can be the greatest person on TikTok, and you go on Instagram, and they will laugh at you.
Are you a flop on Twitter? Because with Twitter, I feel like it's all about being witty.
Yeah.
You actually typing it out. Like, it's not a video. It's not you acting something or reciting something. Like, you have to be witty with your words.
Yeah.
Nah, but it's again, all publicity is cool.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, it's just funny how just the littlest things that you don't think.
Yeah.
You know, but it's all beautiful.
Not even knowing that you were with your wife.
Yeah.
The one who recorded
She's
it.
the one I'm like, look what you did. She's like, I love it. Yes, baby, yes. I say, okay, you like it? Okay, cool.
It's always the things, though, that you never think are going to go viral that always end up going viral.
Yo, me and my brother Punch was like, he was like, yo, bro, dog, if this is not performing the way we thought it was when we first put it up. Like, it's going slow motion. And then literally 17 hours, Punch hit me like, yo, bro.
Going crazy.
You're on Shade Room. I'm listening to gospel music in the car. I'm like, hey, good day, brother. What's up, man? Hey. You know, he's like, you on Shade Room? Oh, see, get out, man. Bro, that's why I'm off this now. But you love it. You enjoy it. You know, that's my brother. That's my man's man for life.
So speaking of your girl, how has married life been?
Ooh. To be honest, it's a everlasting, everyday growing moment.
Yeah.
Right? So you learn so much about yourself, right? Luckily, I was in a situation where my woman, she was an artist as well. She was like the Rihanna of East Africa.
Okay.
So she's seen everything.
Right.
So she understands my lifestyle. But she's also a spiritual and prayerful woman. So she knows that the industry that I'm in is a demonic industry. Let's keep it 100. So the love that we have, it's like it made us stronger because a lot of the fights we have, we're not fighting each other, we're fighting spirits. You know what I mean? We know that. So it makes us more of a team. So having that backbone, it makes you, it holds you accountable.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it puts a mirror to you. So it's like, yo, how compassionate am I as a man? How well do I communicate as a man?
Right.
How empathetic am I? How selfless am I? If you don't feel like being sexual some days,
Right.
but I know she on it. Okay, nigga, come on, let's get it. You know what I mean? Like it's the give and take.
Right,
Like the more successful a relationship is when you think of the person before you think of yourself.
Right.
So that's made me a better man in general. You know, like in my 20s, like I was a wild boy. You know what I mean? I was out here. Jesus. Hallelujah.
Cutting up.
Oh, I was going wild. So like, but I realized how empty I was by then.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was like, you start messing around at 15.
Yeah.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23,
You a vet in the game.
Oh, yeah, I was bad.
Yeah. By the time you
crazy.
20.
Oh! Okay, is there... So, when you were 15...
You
What?
know
I think about Lex.
What-
She gonna lie.
I didn't say a lot. I just said 15 is crazy.
Crazy. Oh, can you elaborate, please?
You know what? I'll just say this. My hometown
I
remember
don't
me.
even know what to say.
Hey!
I was quiet when you said 15 was crazy. I mean, it was.
But yeah, I mean,
Look
that is
crazy.
true though. But I
Yeah.
love the fact that we are seeing, I feel like one thing I can say is even us with
Yeah.
this platform, we
Right.
gave into like those gender wars at one point.
Okay.
And I hate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hate it now because I mean I was young. Of course, I was getting my heart broken.
Yeah.
So I'm on my platform, spewing and producing a lot
Bashing.
and bashing a lot.
Mm.
So I do spend my time too making sure on my platform like we promote love and relationships
Gotcha.
because you have to get back to that.
But what changed? Like, what made you say, I'm not as angry no more? Like, what was it like a relationship? Was it?
I don't think it was anything specific. I think it was my experiences altogether. Because for me, it was more so of I had to take accountability what I was doing in these relationships as well. Because
Gotcha.
I kept looking at it like, oh, niggas ain't shit.
Yeah.
Girl, he ain't shit. But I'm like, bitch, you wasn't shit either.
Facts, facts. Yeah,
You was
yeah.
out here cutting up too.
Right.
Facts.
Which is okay. I was in my 20s and I was doing that, but I was like, you know what? As I become a woman and
Yeah.
I'm growing in my career, I'm growing in all these different spaces, I'm growing as a friend.
Yeah.
I'm like, but I have to grow as a woman too if I want to be somebody's partner. If I want to be
Absolutely.
somebody's wife and I want to be
Absolutely.
somebody's mother, I have to do the work on myself.
Yeah.
Right.
And although there are a lot of women out there who necessarily don't want marriage or don't
Yeah.
want children, that's okay. But for the people who still want the marriage and the kids, I think there's a space where we can all exist to where we don't have to bash each other.
Yeah.
It's okay for different people to be into different things.
Yes.
For
Yes.
sure. I feel like for me, what really kind of changed me was when I was younger, I actually was like that. Like I didn't care about marriage. I thought
Yeah.
that it wasn't something that was important to me when in reality, it's not that it wasn't important to me. I just hadn't found a man that I wanted
make
that
it.
with, that made me want to be in that space.
Yes, and that's what my woman says. Yo, Visa's like, yo, because she was the top of the charts,
Right.
and everything, alpha female, ran everything, and she was
Mm-hmm.
like, yo, I didn't think about marriage. I laughed at people who wanted to get married. I didn't want to have no
Yep.
kids. I was not
Mm-hmm.
about that life at all. And she said it just took the right person. to
Yep.
For
say,
sure.
oh, I got this backwards. Because we're all supposed to have somebody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But a lot of people, like you said the key word, like accountability. Is
Yes.
This generation, this mindset we in, yo, there's no accountability.
None.
It's your fault, your fault,
Yep.
your fault, your fault. And the misconception of, of friendship and even just love, right, is that people think you're supposed to go into a relationship being 50-50 and we make each other whole.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're supposed to go in there as close to 100
Yep.
within yourself
Mm-hmm.
as possible
Right.
to be the best version of yourself. And then you tweak the rest with each other.
Right.
And that's where a man at 75% ready, a woman at 25, he fills me up. Like, you're going to drain this man.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? And
that's why
vice
it doesn't
versa.
work.
And that's why it
Yeah.
don't work. And again, accountability, taking stock of who they are.
Yep.
Everybody running away from that. You know what I mean? So
And I think that's a good point that you made too, because it's like, how can you make somebody else happy if you don't even know how to make yourself happy? Like if you wake up in the morning and like, you know, your man or your woman may be having a busy day.
Yeah.
And if you don't talk to them all day, your day is ruined. It shouldn't be like that.
It should not.
You have so many other things that make you happy and make you feel fulfilled throughout your day other than that person.
Yeah.
But I think that is what a lot of people are looking for. Like they looking for that person that's gonna make them feel whole.
To be a crutch. You know what I mean?
I seen a girl this morning and she made a GoFundMe so she could hire a matchmaker. She's asking for $8,000.
Oh, I saw that.
So she can find a matchmaker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, mind you, I done talked about this girl on the show before. She probably be like, bitch, why is you coming to me? I'm coming for your ass again.
Right.
Because, again, this is a person that I feel like I've watched a few of her TikToks.
Right.
I've seen the first time that she went viral over certain things. And it's just like, again, where's the accountability? Where's the work on self? Because one thing that she said in the video that stuck out to me was like, she was like, I live in Atlanta. It's hard to find somebody who is taking things serious and who's financially stable. It's like, but you want somebody who's financially stable. And I believe in bringing things to the table and being equally yoked to a certain extent. So if you want somebody to be financially stable, shouldn't you be financially stable as well to a certain extent? So it came off to me like she was looking for somebody to take care of her.
Got it.
Versus looking for love. Like, I want somebody, because I'm a great communicator, I want somebody who's a great communicator.
Right.
You
Yes.
know, like, I'm somebody who,
Yes.
you know, I like to be sexually active. I want somebody who
like
meets me in the sexual department.
Absolutely.
I'm financially stable. I want somebody who's financially stable.
Right.
So I feel like if you want to have a good partner, you have to be the person you want to be with, essentially.
Right.
That's how you're a good friend.
Yeah.
That's how you can be a good partner in anything. So it was given like, girl, you need somebody to pay your rent.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I think it's, and everything you said was right. The one thing I think that could be a little different in perspective is that for a man who's successful, we don't necessarily need a woman who's financially stable. We need you to be able to bring different things.
Right.
So if it's a spiritual covenant, if it's a incredible communication, if it's support, if it's just giving love and the mental stability that you give, like, bro, niggas who got bread, we don't care about that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because we want to, that we can take care of. It's the person fulfillment.
Right.
You know
and
what
I
I'm
agree
saying?
with that as well. But I think that also, you don't want somebody who is coming to the table like first date, you talking about, oh, how much money you made.
Oh, no.
Can
you pay my light bill?
Yeah.
Yo, that happened to me when I was 20, 2017. She's like, I'm gonna just get this out the way. So look, I know you got money. I know. I mean, shit. I saw it. I respect it because she didn't lie.
Yeah.
She gave me the opportunity to be like, yo, you rocking or not?
Right.
She's like, I went and looked at your net worth. Okay, good. All right. So
that's right.
I said, She was like, yeah. So if you want to fuck, like, my bills, my this, my that. I said, okay, check, please.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
Oh,
that
that's so
mindset.
cringy.
So I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But overall, nah, I think it's the person fulfillment. You know, and it's more of just being a backbone, man.
Yeah.
So a woman came from the rib, you know.
Right.
What I mean? So like,
come on now.
the woman came from the rib. So if that's what you do, and we give our love and respect, you know, we want love back. So a man's supposed to give his respect biblically, and a woman, you know, give the love. So it's like that.
You better bring back love.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, because we was just talking about finances a little bit.
Hey.
So that's going to bring us into this first topic.
That was a good segue.
It was a good
good.
segue. It was a good segue.
See you, girl. Yeah.
So for the first topic, we definitely wanted to talk to you about, because we were just talking about you and your wife, and we were just talking about finances. So keeping money from your spouse, hiding money from your spouse, how do you feel about that? It was actually something on social media recently. It was like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
It had came out that this woman, she was like hiding like $50,000 from her husband, and he had no idea. And I guess she had been saving it over a prolonged period of time.
That means you're in the wrong relationship in the get-go.
Yeah.
I think if you got to hide anything, you're in the wrong relationship.
Yeah.
Look,
I agree.
so for me, like, my accounts is her accounts.
Right.
I got with you because I trust you. I got with you because even if you're not financially intelligent at first, I'm going to get you to be financially intelligent so that you make the right decision.
Right.
If you want your own account, open up your own account and put the money that's in your account that I know that's there.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But if it's like, I got to what are you preparing for?
Right.
You got to ask yourself, like, why do I have to hide $50,000? So no, if my millions, her millions, if my house is her house, it's my this, my that, because that's a union.
Right.
And
So-
that's how I feel about it typically.
Yeah.
Too. It's like you hiding money because you think you with a dude who gonna leave you for dead.
Uh-oh.
Are you think I'm serious?
I
Yeah.
left you for dead, ho.
I mean, you think that he just gonna up and leave you with nothing. So you like, okay, while we married, just in case something do go wrong, because things have probably already been going wrong.
Yeah.
You just preparing for that day.
Yeah.
But you don't have to prepare for that if you with the right person.
With the right person, you're going to try to figure out, listen, I feel like we at the end of the line. We got to figure something out.
Yeah. I just think it's sneaky.
It's-
yeah.
Oh, it's horrible.
Now, I do think, like you said, there should be clarity. I need to know what money is going where. It's okay that you have your own accounts.
Yeah.
So I do think that there can be a joint account, but we still need to have our separate accounts.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? Like, don't
Absolutely.
do all in
Yeah.
one pot now. Because
Yeah.
I'm not preparing for things to go bad, but like
Right.
just in case they do, I don't want it to be to where it's like, oh, I need help. I need, you know what I'm saying? Or X, Y, Z.
Absolutely.
So I do believe that still have your own thing.
Absolutely.
But
don't hide it. Don't hide
hide
it.
it.
That's the
Don't have
key
a
word.
hidden
Yeah,
account.
hiding it.
Hiding
is the
it.
key word,
Right.
because
Yeah.
I saw a situation of a girl I went to school with. She married a millionaire.
Yeah.
And he was a wild boy.
Yeah.
For a long time. Never stopped.
Yeah.
And it was like when they divorced, her lifestyle stayed the same.
Yeah.
And she was still, and
Wow.
everybody was like, what the fuck? Everybody was like, man, she was so smart with the money.
Yeah.
She was,
Yeah,
come
no,
to find
it's
out,
just-
she was like,
was
hide
the
money.
one-
She was
yeah.
doing, but
Putting
it
it
was
to
like
the
she was
side.
preparing for that.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like, on one end, it's like, okay, cool, at least you were smart enough to put money to the side. But at the same time, it's like, so you went in the situation,
Knowing.
you had a plan from the get-go.
Yep.
So that's like conniving to me a little
Absolutely.
bit. Not saying that what he did
It's not
was
yeah.
an excuse,
Right.
but it's like, why are we even getting married in the first place then?
Right. And,
you know?
and to go off of that, like for me with her, it's like she has her own account that she has her own money that she makes. So everything that you do, I'm aware of the account, but that's your account. You put the money that you make, you build yourself, do what you want. And if you have questions about how you want to handle whatever, I'm here.
Right.
That's again. And then financially, like being smart, you're not supposed to put just one account, money in just
Right.
one account.
Agreed,
So
yeah.
she has hers. We have this. I have one that protects us. She knows about that. So it's all about, again, it's a union.
Right.
Yeah.
Why do y'all think money is so uncomfortable to talk about in a relationship though?
I think a lot of people don't know how to manage it properly.
Yeah.
That's why they uncomfortable talking.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree. I think a lot of people don't know how to handle it. I think some people idolize it.
Yeah.
I think other people are careless and reckless, But I think, again, you're talking about in a relationship?
Yeah, like in a marriage, in a relationship.
Yeah.
I think people lie about their financial situations
Be
a
trying
lot
to
of the
make it
time,
seem like
even when they get married.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's like people be having, and I know this was a sitcom, right? But y'all remember like Girlfriends from back in the day, and then
Yeah.
Tony had married that man that was a doctor, and then come to
yeah.
find out he was like $150,000 in debt.
Oh, wow.
From his student loans, and she had no idea. But I think people really get into situations like that all the time on a daily basis because they feel uncomfortable talking to that person about their finances. They don't want you to know or judge them because they don't have their shit together.
Again, I feel like that goes back to the basis of transparency. You got to be transparent. You got to be in a relationship. There should be no pride.
I
There's
agree.
no ego, yo. It don't work, yo. Healthy pride and ego is supposed to be with each other,
Yeah.
not against each other.
Right.
It's again, everything I'm saying is sounds easy, but it's not. It's
Oh, for sure.
extremely hard to do,
Yeah.
but you got to be mindful of it. So when it come down to money and stuff, the more transparent, you got the right partner. If she's like, yo, honestly, let's make this money together. Let's figure it out.
Right.
So that kind of thing.
Yeah, because you be seeing a lot of women get married, they end up paying their husband child support.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It'll end up coming out of it does. It be
That's
happening
crazy.
though.
That's
he
crazy.
owe back child support. You don't know. Now you taking care of little Larry.
Little Larry is the name.
Shit gets crazy in the feet.
Lil Larry's crazy.
Little
He
Larry.
definitely know a Larry.
Little Larry.
You definitely know a little Larry.
not like that nigga.
I fuck little Larry.
Hey, Jesus.
Little Lunchables ain't got shit to do. What's up, y'all? It's your girl XP.
And it's your girl Dre Nicole.
And y'all know summer is around the corner, and that's the busy time. I don't know about y'all, but it is for us.
Absolutely. Look, one thing about me, I do not like going to the grocery store. I love the convenience of being able to have my groceries delivered right to my doorstep. And I love that the recipes are pre-portioned, so you don't have to do any guesswork.
Yes, they have meals that are 650 calories and under. So y'all know we're trying to get our summer bodies right, so this is the time to do it. Ring in springtime with fresh, seasonal produce picked at peak ripeness and delivered straight from the farm to your door. So what you're going to do is go to HelloFresh.com/PourMindSweet and you'll get free dessert for life as long as your subscription is active. You get a free dessert in your box.
I love me a little something sweet.
And you know we always keep it super fresh. So what you're going to do is go to HelloFresh.com/PourMindSweet.
Period.
That's HelloFresh.com/PourMindSweet. Okay, we're going to move on. Okay, so I wanted to talk about this too.
All right, what's up?
They ate me up on Twitter for this the other day because I said I think it's crazy. Like at a certain age, no, I said to be partying in your city every week is crazy to me. Mm-hmm. If you in the club every week, like if I see you at the club every week in Atlanta, I'm like, hey, is everything okay? Mm-hmm. Like, cause I used to bartend in my 20s. I bartended and I would see the same niggas, the same women. I'm like, what are you looking for? You want to clock in? Like, so I think it's weird to club every week. I do. I think it's absolutely unhinged. I think you need help. I think you need to sit. What are you looking for in the club? So do y'all agree at a certain age, should like clubbing not be a priority anymore?
In general?
Yeah, like in general. Well, I'll say this too, to add context. When I go on vacation, I'm outside. I'm at the club.
You're just saying clubbing every week in your city?
If you want to see me in Atlanta, you might need to go eat somewhere at a little nice happy hour, but you're not going to catch me at the club in Atlanta. You're not.
Okay. You want to go first?
Oh, I agree. I 100% agree with her.
You agree?
Because I definitely want your perspective.
No,
first.
I think, dang, I'm torn, yo, because everybody has their thing that they like to do.
Yeah.
Right? So, would I do it? No.
Right.
Would I do it? No. But I think some people it might be a hard week and they just like, yo, I brought something back last week. I keep bringing something back this week. You know what I'm saying? Is it something I would do? Is it something I'd advise my friend? No, bro.
Right.
Nigga, if you're going to do this, like, let's go. Bring it to your crib.
Right.
I'm with it, but I feel like a lot of people struggling, yo.
Yeah. And it's like their one
You
night
know
of
what I'm
relief.
saying? It might be their one night of relief.
You're right.
You just don't know, yo.
That's true.
I get it, though. I get it. I'm with you.
I'm more so of looking at what comes with the club. You're drinking.
Fair enough.
You're smoking hookah.
That aspect.
You around. So it's like
you around a bunch
that
of
aspect.
drunk,
that's the aspect I'm coming from.
I agree.
I know it was a time in my life.
I get it.
Me and my friends would buy a bottle of Ciroc. This is when we used to drink Ciroc.
Yeah.
And we would buy a bottle of Ciroc and we would put it in water bottles around, like, because we would be at work. We would finish the bottle in a day.
Yeah.
We would have to buy one bottle for Friday, one bottle for Saturday.
Yeah.
It got to the point where I was so drunk, I'm waking up grabbing bottles of water. I'm drinking Ciroc.
Yeah.
Out the bottle because I think it's a bottle of water. And I'm like, okay, what?
Yes.
You need to reel it in.
Yes.
Right.
Reel it in.
Yes.
So I feel like
I'm with you on that.
you look into the bottle if you had a hard day at work, you know what?
Yeah.
Sometimes maybe channel it into something healthy.
That's what I was going to say, for sure. Because I just feel like in life, you have to have seasons for everything.
Agreed.
Like everything have its season. You know what I mean? Like you got your seasons to celebrate, to get fucked up, because you got things to celebrate for.
Agreed.
Yeah.
You got seasons where you need to be a little more focused and a little more disciplined. I just feel like it's no way to be a disciplined, focused person if you're in the club every week.
That aspect, yes.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Because again, if you drinking, smoking, doing this every day, and you doing this and you in your 30s at this point, I agree. Like, yo, like how much growth? It's about evolving.
Right.
It's about evolving.
And I get it. We all like to let loose. I like to let my little wig back.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
But you got to evolve. It's seasons.
Yeah.
I agree.
And that's why I said I feel like every week now, every now and then it's cool. But I feel like if you in the club every week.
No, I get that.
Right.
I get
that's
that.
a little excessive. I don't even want to date somebody. Like I used to date, like I was talking to this guy a few years ago and it was like every time he wanted to hang out or do anything, he wanted to be at the club. We would go on a date, and I'm thinking, we having a good date night. We finna go back to the crib, watch a little movie, you know, do a little bump. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he like, oh, my homeboy's at the club. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, brother.
I get after a while.
You know what I'm saying?
We gotta do something else.
We gotta do something else. And I feel
need
like
more
that,
range for me.
Yeah.
Range.
And I get it. I lived in Houston for 10 years. I've been in Atlanta for a minute. Like, I definitely get it. It'd be fun outside.
It is.
I like people that have a little bit of balance.
I think the sexiest thing is growth.
Yes.
I think the sexiest thing is growth and self-awareness.
Yes.
Right.
Like if you know that, like, yo, like I'm tired, like I've been doing this and it's been breeding the same results.
Yeah.
And you don't change.
Right.
Oh man, nah, yo, you gotta go somewhere else.
Yeah. Like for our
different.
younger listeners, like if you in your 20s, go to the club, girl.
Yeah,
Enjoy
have
yourself.
The niggas be outside. So if you in your 20s, definitely for sure.
Enjoy.
But and I'm not saying even for people in their 30s, you know, you can still enjoy yourself. But like I said, if it's like a every week thing, I just think you need to expand your, you know, activity.
Yeah.
Or look deeper and figure out why is it that you want to be in the club every weekend. And maybe channel that into something else.
That's
you know?
self-awareness. Self-awareness. Yeah.
They be in there looking for the niggas.
They do.
I'm looking
Because
for
like
the
he said, times is hard.
It's hard for people, yo.
That's why she had to start her GoFundMe. She said, Boogaloo ain't working, bitch. I done sat on this swing for 3 weeks.
Right.
I need to go to
And I ain't found nobody. Y'all gonna have to give me a matchmaker.
If you can't find a man at Boogaloo, you really down bad. Niggas on go at Boogaloo, bitch.
They are?
I found me a couple back in the day.
Hey, G's up. Larry, okay, Larry.
I don't want no nigga swing.
Okay, Larry.
No nigga.
Too soon.
A nigga swinging on a swing is not for me.
You wouldn't talk to a nigga that was swinging
at
on a swing?
Boogaloo? Swinging
Ain't nowhere to sit.
at the park with his child, maybe. At Boogaloo? Absolutely not.
All right, so what would you, so this is a question for you. So what would you consider 3 things that are fun? Like activities, just fun.
Okay, so
And then same for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
one thing I definitely like to do is I like intimate concerts.
Okay.
So I'm not talking about like we don't gotta go to Beyonce concerts, but I like finding like local bands
Oh, that's
or like music night, you know, when they have like the live bands come through and stuff. Like I love live music.
That's tough. That's
So 1, live music. 2, I like to travel.
Okay.
And I'm not saying we necessarily got to go to Greece or
Yeah.
something, but like
Yeah.
if we can go find like a cute little cabin that's like 2
Yeah.
hours outside of
Yeah.
Atlanta,
Fire.
or you know what I'm saying, go hiking somewhere, like maybe take a trip to Utah,
Fire.
something like that. I like
Fire.
doing stuff like that.
Fire.
I'm a foodie.
Fire.
was
So
gonna say this, too.
let's
I
go
love
find
food.
somewhere to eat. Let's go try some different food.
Absolutely.
Like, let's go try something that we would never try. I'm not saying we got to eat all the time because I'm not necessarily, but it's like if you want to put me on like, oh, I found this restaurant.
That's dope.
Let's go try it.
That's
You know what I'm
dope.
saying? So
That's
yeah,
dope.
that's like my list of fun things that I like to do.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I love traveling as well.
Okay.
And I love eating. So
Okay.
anytime somebody put me on a new restaurant, I love it.
vibe.
That's like a love language for me. I'm a tourist. I just feel like tourists love food.
Oh, yes.
Like we love
That's
food, we
true.
love cooking, all of that. So I would definitely say food. And also I really like documentaries. Like I like to like watch
Watch
documentaries
documentary, I'm a
with my man.
documentary
Yeah.
person,
So I love stuff like that. And I
Which-
love
Okay,
like
documentary queen.
So which one's my camera? Which one's my camera?
This one.
6?
Yes.
oh my
six-
bad, I'm talking about two.
Fellas,
Uh-oh.
you just heard 2 beautiful women just give you 6 different ways to spend your bread instead of going to the club every week.
Yes.
You'll spend $3,000 on a bottle, but you have a woman that's saying, I just want to go to a nice restaurant. Let's get a nice Airbnb 2 hours away. Do you know how fly that is, brother?
A good time.
Listen, understand. You just got put on free game, man.
Okay, so what are things that like if you were still, or things that you and your wife
Yeah.
do that's like outside of the norm?
Okay.
Fine.
Outside of the norm. Well, outside of the norm, again, we travel.
Okay.
It's not outside of the norm, but
But no, I mean, but
Yes.
it is though. It depends
Yeah.
on what you do when you travel.
yeah,
too.
yes, we travel without kids sometimes, just get away. We love binge watching TV shows.
Oh,
Really?
Like
What are you
binge-
watching?
the
right
conversations
now?
be good
it's-
too.
Yeah. And then she's a professional breakdown actors movements. now,
Yes.
so it's dope. We watching Dane, there's a new show on Apple called The Apple Doesn't Fall.
Okay.
That's fire.
Oh, I saw the previews
That's
for that.
fire.
Okay,
What is it
I'm
about?
about?
It's about a family that the mom dies and they don't know who killed the mom.
Okay.
It's a miniseries murder mystery.
I love a
sound
good murder
interesting,
mystery.
yeah.
It's fire. So like that, and then again for us, cause we got 2 kids, so we literally like really just enjoy our quiet time. We make a lot of our time going. A lot of our fun time actually we go to church a lot too.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So in a business that is so loud and demanding, and I gotta give so much of myself to people, the quiet things and the beautiful things is what's most important.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because again, like outside, like we gotta go film something. Me and Punch gotta go film something right after this and do this and shake hands and this and this. The beauty is like, can we just watch something?
Yeah.
You know, ordering amazing food.
I think that's good though that you say like being at home is like your peace.
Yes.
Because that's why a lot of y'all niggas and y'all wives don't be at home.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it
no
ain't
peace.
peaceful there.
I thought you was gonna say because they don't got a home.
Well, that
Damn,
too.
that too. You said it, not me. You said it, not me. I did. Listen, I ain't say it.
That too. But I feel like creating a safe space. Like I know when I go home,
Yeah.
it's peaceful for me.
Yeah.
So if I do, get in a relationship with someone or I get married, I want that to be like I'm rushing home to you because I feel safe, I feel peaceful. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I think that's very, very important. Like everybody hates that saying, "Oh, be his peace, be her peace." But it's like, yeah, like it be sometimes I'm going through it and I know like, oh, I need to call Drea because she gonna make me feel better.
Yeah.
So I think you should look for the friendship
Absolutely.
in your romantic partner as well.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. That's more important. The friendship is what's gonna keep you in longevity.
Right.
You gotta be able to talk about the uncomfortable things. Like, yo, sexually, I'm not there. Sexually, I'm here. Money is there. That makes you go like this. Because it's like, if you care about somebody, you're gonna try to look out for them. You know what I mean? So it's, again, so for me, like we were saying, like I'll be on the road and it's just like, man, I just wish I could just go home.
Yeah.
You know, and just unplug for 3 days. And one of the best things I ever did, again, free game, take breaks from social media. Mentally, take breaks from social media. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Hey y'all, it's Dre Nicole, CEO of Muse Beauty. Are you ready to take your beauty brand to the next level? Well, I've got something special just for you. I'm introducing the keys to a successful e-commerce brand ebook. In this guide, I spill all of my secrets on how I built Muse Beauty from the ground up into a global beauty brand, serving thousands of customers from all over the world. From defining your brand vision to mastering marketing strategies, this book literally covers it all. Plus, exclusive highlights and tips that you won't find anywhere else. But wait, y'all, it's more. Check out my curated vendors list featuring over 50 top suppliers in the beauty, fashion, and packaging industries. Whether you need cosmetics, accessories, clothing, or chic packaging, I've got you covered. So what are you waiting for? Go to www.musebeautycollection.com and get your ebook, your vendors list, or you could bundle them both together. All right, bye y'all.
So now we're gonna move on.
What's up? Where we at?
Now we gonna get into
The bed.
ow.
The bed.
Bow.
The bed.
Bow. So let me first say this. Y'all know I always got a story time for everything.
I love it.
So when I went to Dubai, I got flued out 2017, right? I was having a good time.
As you should.
But I remember this is when I was like first put on to y'all music because every morning I was waking up, that nigga, baby, every morning. Every morning I said, what song is this? Because you've been playing it. I mean, he was playing it every morning.
Yeah.
It would go over, start it over.
Yeah.
I don't say too much.
Hey.
The whole fucking trip. That's how I got put on to your music. I was like,
I
bro,
love it.
what is this nigga listening? And then he was like, oh, this is what's his. I said, oh,
Wow.
that's what's his name from Power. I had no, because I was introduced to you as an actor.
Right.
As with Dre. So that was the first time I saw you. And I said, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like it was a time when I hear that song, I think about my Dubai trip. Like
In My Bed was my song.
Yes, with Wale.
Hey.
Hits.
There's a
Thank
meeting in
And then you got the tag. I feel like your tag is so like we know it's you.
Baby.
They know you coming. So that was my introduction to the bed because I had a wild time that week. But
You should.
that's why I say get a little flyer.
The first day in Dubai, did you bust it open for a real nigga?
I
Yes?
did.
You did?
But you know what's crazy?
Okay.
This is an old episode, but
He's crazy.
I'm gonna tell you the story. I'm gonna tell you the story. So he had the baby playing in the background. So I know it's time to get up, and you know what I'm saying. Me and my man.
I was there.
You was there. You was there.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, this nigga, like, he had the beignets.
Oh, I
there.
knew you was about to talk about that.
So, like, I was waking up, I'm like, oh my God. Because the pillow, like, we stayed in a nice ass hotel.
Did you call it the beignet?
What is it? The
Beijing.
Beijing. Oh my God.
I can't even blame
Had a
on
donut
Sunday.
up there.
The beignet. I said the beignet.
The beignet.
He must have been French.
Oui, ho, ho. He was Nigerian. Okay. But anyways, he had the what's it called?
The Beijing.
Beijing.
I remember this story.
Okay, so anyways, I'm waking up and I'm thinking, oh my God, like I'm getting this bed dirty with my makeup. Like I'm like, I got mascara all, every I mean, it's all over everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm just like so embarrassed. And I was like, okay, let me make sure I wash my face tonight. Let me wash my face because I'm not getting on it in the morning. So we wake up the next morning, baby. I wake up bright and early. I said, hold on. It's still here. I looked, hairline gone.
Wow.
Roof missing. I said, it was you. And every morning I was thinking
Hairline
he was waking me up, you know,
yeah.
and he would leave the room for like an hour. And I'm thinking he was being nice and letting me
you
have
sleep.
my
Yeah.
sleep, go to the bathroom, doing my
enjoy
thing.
your thing,
He was leaving to go put
He was going to spray that shit
He was going to
on.
spray his shit back on, bitch.
But how you called him then?
Cause baby, woke me up, bitch. Woke me up so I could see. I said,
I would have been scared.
girl, yeah.
Hell yeah. Niggas be looking like different people when they ain't got their hairline.
But you know what? I'll say this.
If they had it at first.
You know, I ran into him because he was cool. Like we were dating for a little minute, but I actually ran into him when I was in London.
Oh yeah, you did.
And
This years later now?
Yeah, this is years.
This
like,
is like
I
a
ran into
few
him.
months ago.
I went to London in December, and I ran into him. I hadn't seen him in a long time because he lives in London.
Okay.
And I had ran into him, and he's bald now.
Oh,
So
okay.
let's
He
give
gave it
to
up.
him.
My brother.
He gave
good
it
job.
up. Baby,
He's
he's
bald.
Larry? Smart man. Good job, baby. Good
But
job.
we gonna get into what's the topic, Drea, for the bed today?
Okay, so for the topic for the bed today, I definitely wanted to talk about monogamy and like keeping sex spicy in a monogamous relationship.
Okay.
Because I know you're in a monogamous relationship right now.
Okay.
Alex.
Okay, it is.
Ah, does he know? Does he know that it's not?
I'm playing.
Oh.
Does he? No, we're monogamous. I'm kidding.
Okay, on
that's the
Tuesdays.
champagne.
On Tuesdays.
I know she is nuts. I know you in a monogamous relationship.
Yes.
I am too. And then obviously you're married. So I definitely wanted to talk about like how do you keep it spicy in a monogamous relationship? But I guess this is more a question for you because you've been in your relationship much longer than we've been out in ours.
I think it's number one is, and that's a fire question. I think number one is just freedom of sexual freedom, like between each other. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, there's some things I won't do. Obviously, there's certain things she, but freedom of just feeling like, okay, this is not embarrassing. This is this and this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Also, communication on. Okay, so this is where people burn out. So people, I don't know how. Maybe I'm different, but we don't try to do it every day. Not every day.
Okay.
If I'm gonna be with you for the rest of my life, what made me want a woman back in the day was the chase.
Okay.
The thought of, damn, I'm not gonna get. I gotta figure out how to get that. So why not add that into my relationship where it's like, nah, I'm good, or she's good, or just mentally like, ooh, I know I can, but you gotta trick your mind,
Right.
to be like, oh, I can't have that right now, or I gotta earn this, so I gotta do these things. So like, and then obviously having a conversation of just like, we don't have to do it frequently because we're gonna be doing this for the rest of
Forever.
Right.
Yeah.
the build up is actually better than the actual, because then it feels like a new thing. It feels like with the same person. So again, but then also, this isn't sex, but having incredible conversations can then fulfill a lot of the sexual needs.
Yeah.
It could take the space out of that.
Okay.
Right.
You know what I mean? Affection can be shown in different ways where it's like, yo, like, man, let's just lay up today.
Right.
Yeah.
I just want to lay up. I just want to kick it. Let's what we gotta do. And then you just gotta make it where it's surprising. It's not on Wednesday, 7:45. I need you to bust that ass open, baby.
I think it gets too routine.
It
that
can.
way.
It can get too
Scheduling
routine.
it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
a lot of people do that because a lot of people don't realize that, yo, like, if you're in a real relationship, it's forever. You gotta figure out the good. Just because let's go 3 weeks and see how we feel.
Yeah.
Why not? Let's just see. And then she might be fiending. She's fiending like, nah, I can't go another. But you've built that.
That's
energy.
fun. I've never heard of like,
But
that's
I was
actually a good idea.
That's a very good
I be
perspective.
thinking sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Because I feel like most people make you feel like once you're married, like if you're not having sex with your partner, like especially as women, if you're not having sex with your partner every day, then you're not fulfilling your marital duties or your duties as a wife. But I'm kind of with you on that because even now getting into my 30s, I be like, look, I ain't trying to have sex every day sometimes. That's where I'm at. When I was in my 20s, I'd be like, how was I doing that with my boyfriend all the time?
Yeah. Because I think really that's really most of the time. Not
Yeah.
situation, but most of the time that's really what all we can offer people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
All you really is sexual attraction. You don't really know too much about the person. You don't really know the right questions to ask.
Yeah.
You don't even know yourself. So all you can do is bank on that. But when you really with somebody that's like, yo, like, let's just go do something. And then if you do something, you start looking at them differently.
Yeah.
Like, damn, bend over real quick one more time.
I know that's right.
You know what I mean?
That's when you get that head nod.
Exactly. Exactly. You wanna
That's
stick
when
different
butterscotch come out.
Hey, butterscotch is nasty nigga.
Butterscotch be cutting up.
Hey.
But I do think too, sex should be fun.
Absolutely.
I think a lot of times I got caught in this in my last relationship. I was on and off with somebody for 7 years and it kind of it started feeling like a job. I had to do it.
Wow.
And I think like sex should always be like fun. Like it doesn't always have to be like, oh, let me bend over and this we should be having fun. Like it should be things that we are enjoying. Like let's just try something. Why not? You know what I mean? Like so I definitely agree with that. And like you said, like sometimes it's okay to take a break from sex. Like if you don't want to have sex today, just you should be able to communicate that. And you shouldn't feel like, oh, he gonna go fuck somebody else. Or he gonna go to
Then you in the wrong relationship.
Yes.
It goes back to that.
Yes.
And I feel like sex is only good when both people want to have it.
Absolutely.
Like if one person want to have it and the other person don't really want to have it, it's not going to be that great because one person not in the mood. But when y'all both in the mood, that's when it's the best.
Because that's how my mind frame used to be. I used to be like, if I don't drain him, somebody else gonna do it and this and that. And girl, somebody was doing it anyway.
Yeah.
You can drain that nigga all you want. He's still gonna go outside if that's what he want to do.
Yeah.
There's
You
nothing.
can't control nobody, yo. So you just gotta do the best of your ability. But yes, in communication, talk it out. You don't gotta have. It's best sometimes. Again, if you're in a serious relationship,
Right.
It's best to starve it out because you trust that person. You starve it out sometimes. And just see how it feel like, oh my God, wow. It's, and it changes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Whoa. I'm sorry, y'all. It's the champagne. The champagne has arrived.
I love it.
But no, I think too, it's all about like being open-minded too. Cause I think I definitely feel like it's some things.
Yeah.
There are things where when I first got into my relationship, I definitely was like, oh, I'm not interested in that, or I wouldn't try that. But then once I started dating the person and I really started liking them, I was like, okay.
Like what?
Maybe I would.
Excuse me. Can you elaborate? It's segment two. Segment two says.
Why would you put me on the spot?
No. It's a great spot to be on. Let's stay on this spot.
I had to talk about me and my man Beignet.
That wasn't nothing though. And you done talked about that like 50 times.
I'm still scarred. Every time I hear your voice, I think about that. Oh, okay, we're gonna move on. We're gonna let you slide today.
Okay, you gonna let you slide today.
Okay.
All right, so now it's time to get into the bop.
Okay.
The bop.
Ow.
The bop.
Bow.
Bow.
Bow. Bow. Let me just say, I'm having an amazing time.
Me too.
Yeah,
I love when we have fun guests.
Oh,
Because sometimes I be having to put my Oprah Winfrey on act professional.
Oh,
I'm
right.
lying.
We be having to be a little serious.
I just be feeling sorry for them because they be like, what did I get myself into? I think a lot of people have sat on this couch and felt like they had to clutch their pearls.
Yeah, they
Because
were
you
nervous.
was going crazy?
No, not that. I think our personalities just are a lot.
Yeah.
So I like people that can hang with us.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm having a
here
good
with
time.
you. I'm here with you.
Period.
It's dope.
Okay, so Bop of the Week is like the songs that we've been jamming this week.
Okay.
So I had to let this song grow on me a little bit.
Okay.
Sometimes you got to hear shit in the club, which is funny. I'm talking about the club because I just said I don't go to the club.
You was just
I had to go to the club though because my friend was in town and she drug us to the club. But we went to Cheetah, and if
Okay.
you've ever been to Cheetah in
Oh,
Atlanta,
yeah, Cheetah Fire.
food busting.
Yeah, the food good.
Food
If you're gonna invite me to Cheetah, that's maybe where you can catch me.
Yeah,
Because that
yeah.
chicken fried chicken,
Mm-hmm.
and that burger.
we had a good burger too. It was like
Yeah.
that patty melt burger. It was good. The lamb chops was good too. But anyways, so I went to the club and I heard this song for the first time in the club and I said, okay, I hear it now. I feel what the people feeling. Enough by Cardi B. I don't like the think pieces that people do about Cardi and they feel like she's supposed to be that. Cardi said this to us. She said, I'm not here to be a Kendrick Lamar. I'm not here to be a J. Cole. I'm here to turn y'all the fuck up and have your bitch popping some pussy.
Yeah.
And that's the music that she makes, and that's okay.
Right.
When I listen to a Cardi song, I'm not trying to be like, uplifting my spirits. And bitch, I'm trying to pop it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Turn
So I
up.
think she makes good music for the club, turn up, have a good time. So when I heard Enough in the club, I was like, okay, this is a banger. And I like it. So shout out to Cardi B, Enough. That's my bop of the week.
Fire.
What you been listening to, girl?
So I've been listening to Party Next Door got a new song called Real Woman.
Okay.
And I really like it, but I used to be a big Party Next Door fan back in the day.
Yeah,
So
you
like
did.
I actually been kind of sad that for the past few years he don't really be coming out with that much music. Like he'll come out with a few songs here and there, but I really like this song. It's super sexy,
Ooh.
and I feel like it get you in the mood, and it's like OG Party Next Door.
Okay.
Oh, the original
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah.
That's tough.
I like
That's
that. Okay, what you been
So,
jamming?
yeah, what you been listening?
So this is not a plug or nothing, but this is like we finishing up the album.
I'm ready.
Oh, it's gonna
But go
be
ahead,
crazy.
plug it. Why not?
Yeah.
Okay, I just make sure you understand it's real. So we got a song called Birthday, and it's a turn up record, but it's sexy, but it's like actually, I would love for y'all to be the two girls in the beginning, because it's a skit in the beginning of the song. I'm gonna play for you after this,
Okay.
but y'all are gonna love it. It's
We
a
we done
vibe.
did some videos before now. It's on our
Oh.
resume.
Yeah,
Come on.
we were. We was in
Come on.
the video. Yeah,
but
I'm
it's-
head nod.
It's-
Don't fuck with my
I'm listen. I got you. I
Okay,
got you.
now.
I got you. So we gonna
have a time.
Yeah.
that would be a dream.
Okay,
That would be
okay.
really fire.
But the record.
The record's called Birthday. It's not out yet, but it's coming out on my album, and I'm so excited because it gives me the time to be in the club, be in the car for people, be in the crib. Woman feels sexy, getting ready. It's just a mashup of a great record,
Okay.
and I cannot wait for y'all to like hear it,
Yeah.
and then what y'all bring to it. Cause it's gonna be a cool little storyline.
We love a
Yeah.
story.
We
They
do.
backed it down.
Yeah,
I was
They
putting on my
did.
head nod. I did what needed to be done.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
But no, I'm a big fan of your music.
Thank
So
you. I like your music, too.
so I know whatever you
Thank
about to drop
You gonna
and
love
release is gonna be fire. And we're gonna support it. Here
absolutely.
at
And we actually have a new record out called Sade.
Okay.
It's an Afro. I'm a piano vibe. I'm a huge Sade fan.
Okay.
In real life, like
I love her too.
she's Nigerian as well, so it's like original.
I didn't know that.
You didn't?
I did not
yeah,
know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know
She's
that.
the queen. Yeah,
I did not know that.
absolutely.
Okay.
So we got a record out with Mayor Coon and Nasty C right now. That's actually top 5 in West Africa right now,
That's beautiful.
and top 5 in London as well. So it's growing.
How do you feel about like the Afrobeats takeover?
Ooh.
It's like everywhere now. Now, like I say this all the time because Usher has a
Yeah.
He does
Afrobeat
have
song.
an Afrobeat song.
Yeah.
Chris Brown talking about sensational.
Yeah.
Where that accent came from?
Yeah.
We don't talk about that, Chris. I don't know where that accent came from, but you did
Yeah.
your big one
From
with that
his
record.
ancestors.
Yeah. I did a remix to his record too. That was kind of crazy. Yeah.
So how do you
Yeah.
feel about the Afrobeats takeover?
Okay. I feel like one is beautiful because it shows how talented my people are.
Yeah.
Right? However, in my experience, for me, and I hold this high, like I feel like I was the first in the States to really bring Afrobeats to America.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With In My Bed, Love Rhythm. Like people, I remember going to the radio stations and people being like, yo, I can't even get this rhythm. Like, how do we get this rhythm?
Yeah.
Because it was so foreign.
Yeah.
Like, they couldn't catch the beat.
Right.
So Love Rhythm, In My Bed, those records, I feel like was a great bridge to what's happening now.
Right.
Then Davido and Wizkid and everybody was then coming in. But I felt like I did what I had to do.
You did your big one.
You know what I'm
It was like you
saying?
could not turn on the radio and not
Without
hear In My
My
Bed.
bad. You get what I'm saying? That was wetting people's ears to Afrobeat.
Yeah.
Now you can hear Wiz. Now Usher's doing
Yeah,
it. You know,
yeah.
so like it's cool. And Chris
Tim's.
Brown, Tim. So
Yeah.
everybody. So I felt like I was the bridge, and then the things that we have next is just gonna amplify it even more.
Yes, I love me a good
I
Afro.
can't wait.
Thank you.
Yes.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
Okay, so now we're gonna talk about the item of the week.
Yes.
Okay.
And you
He
brought us
into
some
it.
gifts.
Yes.
We
Yes.
love when y'all show up with gifts.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, he definitely brought us some gifts. So I'm gonna let you
Can I-
talk about your skincare line.
Okay. I want to explain this from the beginning.
Okay.
So it was COVID, and I was breaking out crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it was just stressful. You in the house, you eating bad, so everything was messing my face up. And then also, I was using products that had all this medicine in it and all this like not real chemicals,
Right.
fake chemicals,
Right. Harsh chemicals.
harsh
at that.
chemicals. So I get a call, and this is how God is so good. I get a call from Andy Hilfiger, who's Tommy Hilfiger's brother.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yo, I keep seeing this butterscotch character when I put the face mask
Yeah.
on. And he was like, do you have an endorsement deal? Do you have a this? Do you have anything? And I said, for your face cream and all that? I said, no, I've been using this other brand. He said, no, man. I said, well, hold on, bro. I don't want to endorse anything. I want to own something. And he was like, yeah, let's go into partnership. And I was like, Andy, for real? He was like, yeah, I got a company out in Israel. Sorry, Andy. You
They
don't-
be happy.
You don't sound like that.
I'm
You kind of
weak.
do. You actually do sound like that, Andy. I'm sorry. So I got a company out in Israel, and listen, I'm fly you guys out. Come see the warehouse. We'll build it together, and it's minerals from the Dead Sea. So a lot of people don't understand that. People all over the world will go to the Dead Sea, and it's a spiritual thing.
Yeah.
But people all over the world will go to the Dead Sea, and they swim in it to heal skin cancer, psoriasis, eczema. But all of these things are being cured from just swimming in this sea that's just the source of healing. So he was like, bro, and I said, honestly, I want men and women to be able to use it. I don't want nothing in it. I want it straight 100% minerals from the Dead Sea, no preservatives, nothing. He said, we can do that. And we put it, he was like, what do you have a name for it? I said, I want to call it Favor. Because I feel like with helping people with their skin and giving them that love, a lot of people suffer from a lot of insecurity because of their skin.
Yep.
And so if I can help give you that favor and my product clean a lot of things from you, then I've done my job as a Christian. You know what
That's
I'm saying?
beautiful.
That
So-
is.
So I said, let's do it. So I was the first test dummy. I'm like, let me put myself through this. At the time I was bad. So I was like, this is a perfect canvas to
Yeah.
see what happens. And in 3 weeks, I was what you see now, baby.
Right,
Yeah,
that's what
you
I'm
look
saying.
really
Sitting right here. That's what
good.
when you walked up, I didn't even know what was in the bag, and I was like, okay, skin.
Thank
Very
you.
moisturized.
It very much so
Thank
is. It's
you,
giving
thank
like
Very
glass
clear,
skin.
yeah.
So this is what it's changed my life. So we've been out for about a year, and it's been globally moving. We're about to be in Target, HSN. We're doing in a couple months. So it's just a beautiful product that's 100% natural for men and women, and the people that are writing about what it's done for their skin after 2 weeks.
Oh
It's
wow.
been like, damn, like yo, you really did something for people. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's I love it. I stand by it. I'm a walking billboard for it.
Yeah.
Period.
Favors.
You done said, I see
That's what I
enough.
said. So what
You done
are the
stole
3
me.
products that we have?
So this is the Dead Sea Mineral Mask.
Okay.
So this is literally minerals, the nutrients from the Dead Sea that you put on your face.
Okay.
So
And then this is the
this is the charcoal cleanser.
Okay.
So it's a charcoal. We prefer this because it goes into the pores faster and it lasts longer. The anti-fatigue eye cream, like after a long day, you literally put this under your eyes and you hydrate your eyes to keep it from being black, dark under it.
Yeah.
So you'll start realizing for women, you don't need makeup.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it all in, and it smells really good. And then I think it's on the table. The moisturizer as well. So it's just all inclusive, and
I think this is the mask too. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So the exfoliating rub, again, after you use the cleanser, put it on, it scrapes and takes all the dirt away. So it's a dream product, man, and I'm happy it's mine. You know what I mean? And we're gonna make a discount code, and you're gonna have to type in Poor Minds.
Period.
To get a discount of favor.
Yes, and the packaging. I'm a packaging girl too.
I love the packaging. It's so nice.
The packaging is, because I'm a girl, like I'm a skincare girl first of all. So I like to have products in my bathroom that actually look good too, like that I use, because it kind of makes your bathroom, it gives it that spa look.
Exactly.
So this is definitely giving that spa upgraded, look. And I always tell people this, when you go into the business of like skincare stuff, like that's outside of, you really doing something good, that's a big bag there. Because once you get into the where like hotels included in, you got to think about it. When you can sign that hotel deal,
they'll have your products there all of their locations. Yep.
So you own to something.
I mean, listen, like first we had to make sure it's excellent.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't want my name on it. I didn't want no. Make sure this is excellent. Make sure I stand by it. Make sure that like anyone who sees me sees that this is what this is what did it.
Yeah.
Then you can get to the business side of like, okay, now we ready for target. You build your clientele. Now we got 2,000 people saying this worked for my skin.
That's amazing.
But again, as a businessman, once people see that it helps them, they're going to keep coming back.
Right.
So it's 200 through whatever, consistent, and everybody wins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
that's beautiful.
Again, another thing, yes, endorsements are cool, but try to own your businesses,
For sure.
Try to own your businesses. Endorsements is cool. Somebody else's brand is cool. Own your own thing, man.
That's very. I was, we was talking about that yesterday. Was that you I was talking about with when we were talking about Flo Rida and his settlement that he won with Celsius?
Yeah.
Because he won $80 million because they were trying to play him low key.
Yeah.
And they showed a clip of them in the courtroom because they was playing his music, and he was like bobbing his head. It was like, it was just so funny because Flo Rida had a run.
Yeah, what?
He had a great run.
Incredible.
People
run.
don't like to put him up there when people had good runs.
Incredible.
But he had an incredible run. But outside of that, it was basically because, Celsius had blew up and they were supposed to give him partial ownership and stocks and things. And he was like, I want my shit.
Yeah.
So that's good that you said that, because I think a lot of people want to be the face of a brand versus building something.
Building
really.
it for themselves.
Right. Legacy money. It's my kids gonna eat off this.
Yeah, absolutely. I think about what's her name too, the housewife, Bethany Frankel. A lot of people don't know that she started all the skinny stuff. When you see skinny margaritas, skinny pop, all that stuff. She did that and she sold it.
Oh no, I didn't know.
Yeah, so it's like stuff like that is really, really important to start, because I know a lot of people laugh at everybody that tries to like go into a different business. Like they see you for like an actor and like, oh, why are you doing skincare or somebody? But it's like when you're passionate about something and you can make it into a business that can not only help other people, but you can have a stake in it.
Absolutely.
We have to build wealth in our community.
Yes.
I agree, for sure. I mean, because I feel like I got a lot of that backlash too, because I actually have a cosmetics brand. And I have lip glosses, lip liners, lip oils, all of that stuff. And what's it called? It's called Muse Beauty. We always talk about it on the show.
Shout out to Muse Beauty.
MuseBeautyCollection.com. I actually have it on right now.
Come on now.
But so like when I first started it, I just got so many negative comments from people that I guess, watch the podcast, follow us on social media. They were like, why are you starting another beauty brand? So many people have beauty brands already. And that's true. So many people do have. I feel like it's not really anything you can start these days for real that someone else hasn't already done. But it's not about the fact that other people have done it. They're not doing what you're doing.
Absolutely.
And like you said, it's generational wealth. Like you're trying to build something for your kids, for your legacy.
And for me, sorry to cut you off, but like for me, it was like if I'm gonna have a skincare line, I'm going to the source of what heals the skin.
Yes.
Yep.
No one else in the States has the Dead Sea Connect.
Exactly.
So when you have it out here, you're bringing Israel, the spiritual holy land, and great minerals to the States and abroad. So yeah, that was like, what's the difference?
What's the difference?
What makes it different?
Because you're tapping into an audience that like things that people probably care about that other brands don't pay attention to.
Absolutely.
Because I always tell Drea this. just because there's a McDonald's right here, they still gonna build a Chick-fil-A next door.
Absolutely.
Because these people want chicken nuggets, but these people want a chicken sandwich.
Absolutely.
There's an audience and a lane for everybody. So shout out to Favor. I'm gonna try it.
Me
and I'm gonna give an honest review now.
Absolutely, please. Let the people know too.
All right now.
I'm excited to try the eye cream.
Me too.
So anybody, go to Favor Skin, FAVR skin.com.
Yeah, so we're gonna put the link in the bio for y'all.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now do you give good advice?
I mean,
you do give good advice. So we're going to get into our favorite segment of the week. Make sure you email us at askpoorminds@gmail.com if you want your question answered on the show. If you're a Patreon member, make sure you just put that in the subject line. You can skip the line or whatever like that. And we're going to get into these questions today.
Let's do it.
All right. Thank you. Drea, you got question number 1?
Yes.
Let's see what we got today.
Okay, question number 1. Hey, pretty ladies. I'm going to make this as quick as possible. I first want to say I love y'all down. Y'all not only make me laugh, but help me focus when I'm doing my work. I'm currently in college, and listening to y'all talk is so soothing to me and really gets me in the mood to be on my shit. Moving past that, I want y'all's advice on a little something I have going on internally. I personally don't feel pretty in my skin in all aspects. Face, body, etc. And it's not because I think I'm ugly. I mean, I've never had a problem getting men, let alone anybody I've ever liked. Not in a cocky way at all. And I've always gotten called pretty, but I've never truly felt pretty, like truly pretty. I don't know. I think it could have something to do with my idea of pretty, or however I could use y'all's advice on what I should do in terms of growing my self-esteem, because I know low self-esteem can bleed through, leaving anybody and everybody to see it. Better yet, dudes to prey on it. Plus, I want to give genuine bad bitch energy like y'all and feel like I'm her and whatever. So what should I do? P.S. I love y'all and live for y'all. Okay.
That's dope.
I think for me, I love speaking on this topic because I think that's something that I used to struggle with. I talk about it on the show all the time. But I think for me, you really have to pour into yourself and believe it. But I know that a lot of my bad bitchness, quote unquote, doesn't even come from what's on the outside.
Physical, yeah.
From the physical. Like, it comes from within me and how I truly feel about myself. Like, I know the beauty of me within spills out. So it's just kind of like me looking this good is just icing on the cake. So I think you have to look in the mirror and really love yourself. Like, you have to love yourself. Because if you don't really feel, oh, I think I'm pretty, I think people can see that. I'm not being funny. Whether I'm dressed down or dressed up, you cannot tell me I'm not the baddest bitch in the world.
Right.
Like, I promise you really can't convince me that I look anything else other than good. But I truly believe that now because I tell myself that. And I'm not just telling myself that, I really believe it. And like I said, I pour into myself and who I am as a human. So I think we have to go beyond of like how you feel about yourself. Because I think when you love yourself truly outside of your looks, that's going to spill over into the confidence of your looks.
So what did you like, just because I think a lot of women and men deal with this issue.
Yeah.
Today. So like for you, like what did you consciously do to keep loving yourself?
I think for me, I think one thing that helped me is like, I was surrounded by a lot of my friends who would be like, girl, you tripping. Yeah. And they would see how hard I was on myself. So you have to be around people who pour into you as well. But you can't depend on that. So I think for me, like I said, I started doing things to make me feel better about myself, going to the gym.
There you go.
Eating healthier.
There you go. Yeah.
Writing in my journal, like little things to pour into myself. And I'm like,
going to therapy.
Yeah.
I journal every day. I told Dre to start journaling. And she was like, man, I really this is amazing because journaling let me know how much I'm growing as a person.
Yeah.
So I don't even care. I look at my journal from last year to now, and I was like looking in the mirror the other day. I'm like, girl,
wow,
look at you. Because even though I may look the same physically, I don't feel the same. So in the mirror, I'm seeing a different person.
Absolutely.
I'm like, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I swear to God, hand up to God. I did my makeup this morning.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, you ate that.
Yeah, good.
Like I do. Like sometimes you really got to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, damn, bitch, you look good.
Absolutely.
I always speak life into myself.
There you go.
Like I talk to myself in the mirror and I speak life into myself. Like I said, can't nobody tell me I'm not that girl.
I love that.
So I think that's important to really speak life into yourself and surround yourself with people who don't make you feel less than.
That's a big key because there's a lot of jealousy.
Yes.
That you don't know that people going through because they mad at their own life.
Yep.
Right.
You know, so you got to have discernment for friendship as well, because
absolutely.
the closest 3 people to you are the people that affect your life the most.
Facts.
Absolutely.
And the most you grow from. And then to piggyback of all the dope things you said, like also spiritually, like spend time again. And it's not for everybody, but I hope it will be. But spend time with God.
Yep.
You know, like if for me, reading the Bible and simplifying it in a way that I can read it like a book has changed my life and added a certain type of peace before everything. And then on top of that, everything you said and everything you saying, because it starts with that source, man. Like a lot of us are so disconnected because a lot of peace lies with God, you know, genuinely, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
And just to add a little bit, because I think a lot of times it'll be a woman that she probably thinks is a bad bitch.
Dying.
And you talk to them and they are so empty.
Oh,
they
my
don't even
God.
feel this way. Being a bad bitch to more is like an aura. There's
Yeah.
so many beautiful women that you're probably looking at on Instagram.
They have no idea
like
that they
she got it together. And when I
Yeah.
tell you, life falling apart at the club every week.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know what I'm
That's
saying?
90% of
Yeah.
that's 90%.
Yeah.
And what makes it worse, we gotta kill comparison.
Yes.
That's what I was gonna
Oh
say.
my God.
Yeah.
For
Comparison.
sure.
Oh, this person got this amount of followers, this. She got a new bag. But he at the that is the road to destruction.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it'll make you feel like like everything you doing don't matter. When you doing dope things yourself.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I feel like FOMO is counterproductive, yo. Like that thing is deadly to people because it makes you not appreciate the moment. It makes you not appreciate where you are. It makes you fearful of I'm never gonna get that. Makes you doubt the validity of how lit you are. So once we kill that too, that's a big thing.
Facts.
Yeah, for sure. I just think that to piggyback off of what you just said, comparison is the thief of joy.
Yeah.
And like once you come to terms with the fact that you're never gonna be anybody but you,
Yes.
you can't be anybody else.
Facts.
Like you're you. That's who you're gonna be until you leave this earth. So
Facts.
you might as well pour into yourself and do things that are going to make you a better person. If you're unhappy
Absolutely.
with the way you look, work on that.
Yes.
Go to the gym. I know a lot of people aren't advocates for surgery, but I feel like if that's what you want to do, if that's what's gonna make you feel better, do that. If you feel like you need to get more spiritually connected, get more spiritually connected. Start going to church. Start praying more. Like Lex was saying, write in your journal. Start working on yourself on the inside too, because the outside is only a small portion.
It
you know?
fades, yo. We
And
gonna get
nobody,
old.
and nobody really gives a fuck for real. Like
Yeah.
if people meet you and you beautiful, people might be excited to see you on the internet and be like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. But then they meet you in person
Right.
and you have no substance. You don't have shit to talk about.
my
You boring as fuck or you mean, you got a bad
That
attitude.
bad
Nobody
bitch go
cares.
From a 10 to a 2.
Yeah, nobody
Quick.
gives a
Real
fuck
quick.
how cute you are anymore. That shit doesn't really matter. You need to work on yourself internally and realize you cannot be anybody else. So why not love on me? You know?
Absolutely.
You better preach, preacher.
I love
You
that.
know me.
I love that.
Come with
We,
the word.
we just poured into the people, y'all.
Come on, that's what we doing, man.
Okay, so question number 2. It says, hey, y'all, very happy to see T.S. Madison on the show. I know we comment all the time who we want to see on the couch, but who is one person y'all really want as a guest?
Meg and Beyonce.
You know what? I'm going to get a little deeper into this question. Just because, like I said, for me, I always have full circle moments. So I think one thing I praise me and you for is like, we was like, okay, we're not touring this year and we're gonna focus on getting the guests that we want. And you are a person that we brought up in conversations. We was like, we got to get Rotimi, Wiz Khalifa. We had Wiz a few weeks ago. And I told a story on my live last night and they asked me the same question. And they were like, who do you want? And I said the same thing. I said, I want Meg. I would love to have Solange.
Yeah.
I would love to have, I said, eventually one day, yes, I want to have like an Angela Bassett. I want to have a Viola because
Absolutely.
I think a lot of times one thing about the Poor Minds Couch is like, y'all are real people.
Facts. Yeah.
So it's like, we want to hear y'all's story for real. That like, I learned a lot about you today that you probably wouldn't talk about on other platforms.
Very
Where,
true.
you know what I'm saying?
Very, very true.
So I
Very
feel
true.
like one thing that me and Drea are blessed with is like, we make people feel comfortable.
Yeah.
We're not trying to get you on our couch to
To be messy.
messy. I don't want to talk
yeah.
about no tea or we
yeah.
ain't doing that. We trying to have a good time.
Right.
that.
So I was telling a story about how I said Angela Bassett and somebody somebody was like, be for real, why would Angela Bassett come on Poor Minds? I said, that's crazy that you said that because 3 years ago, I told somebody, I was like, man, I would love to have T-Pain on my couch.
Wow.
And they was like, why would T-Pain come on your couch? T-Pain sat on my couch.
Right.
And I watched that interview too, by the way.
T-Pain, you know what I'm saying?
You like it?
Yeah, so again, that's why I say, even like a year ago when we started having conversations about having you on the show, Rotimi's on my couch. Like, stop playing with me. So I feel like it's a lot of people we want to have on the Poor Minds couch, and it's all attainable. Like,
it's possible.
This episode was a testament to that.
Absolutely.
So.
And to piggyback off of y'all, man, we waited. I haven't done any podcasts in the last 7-8 months.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I wanted to wait to do it right with y'all.
Yeah.
And start the whole thing and make sure it was perfect with y'all because I love the content. I love y'all vibe.
Thank you.
So much. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks.
So I know that you were telling us what you're working on with your music. Are you working on anything with acting?
Yeah, so okay.
Yeah, get into the tea, right?
Okay. Legally, I can't say.
Right.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell y'all after.
Okay. But you are working on something exciting.
I'm back on TV.
Okay.
We actually filmed my first episode back last week, and I'm excited, man. I wanted to wait for the right time, and plus I wanted to give a little time so people could just take a back seat to Dre a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If I would have went into anything right away, it'd be like, oh yeah, look, Dre on TV.
That's smart. That was
so I was
smart.
like, let me sacrifice a couple even years if it needs to be to just build the music, build the brand, build everything out. And then when it's the right time, then go back into it with fresh ears, fresh everything, And so decided to sign up to definitely get it going this year and towards the end of this year.
Okay.
And I'm excited, and it goes and it coordinates perfectly because when people see the reveal to my character on this show, it's like, I think like 2 weeks before my double album comes out.
Oh, so it's perfect time.
Yeah, so it comes out in July.
Okay.
So it's perfect time in that, reveal, double album in July, perfect.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
excited.
I can't wait to see you back on the screen.
You're going to love it, man. You're going to love it. I'm excited. I didn't realize how much I love being on set like that because it's been such a long time consistently.
Yeah.
But when y'all see it, y'all going to love it, man.
Okay, well, we ready.
Yeah.
Damn, too.
We like a little tea. So thank you so much for sitting on the
Thank you.
couch
So
with us
fun.
today.
Thank you.
Y'all make sure y'all follow him on all platforms. As I said, y'all can find the link to
Yes.
favor below. Follow Rotimi on all platforms.
Love.
And we'll see y'all next week.
Love.
Bye, y'all.
These liberals can't wait to taste your skin. Baby, no. And these eyes can't wait to see your grin. Baby, just let my love adorn you. Please, baby, you gotta know, you know that I adore you. Yeah, baby.
Oh.
Baby, these fists will always protect you. Yeah, lady. And this mind will never neglect you. Yeah, babe. And if they try to break us down, don't let that affect us. No, baby. You just gotta let my love adorn you. Ooh, yeah. You gotta know. You know that I adore you. Just baby. Yeah, I just let my love adore you, whole ass nigga. Yeah, let me love, let my love. Ooh. Yeah. Let my love adorn you.
Get them for me, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Period. The same way that the stars gonna shine. I don't know the words, bye. I love y'all.